That is the truth because you engage in more risque behavior. We know, and gay men know, and y'all better come out and say something, that y'all are likely to carry the disease more than anyone else. That is the truth. That is the truth because you engage in more risque behavior. And you know this. Exhibit A, the movie Milk, and I'll try to put a link down below so you guys can check that out. Because I was like, okay, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? And I'm sitting here going, he was, I think, don't quote me because I haven't watched this movie in like years. But, you know, he was the type of person, he engaged in behavior and showed the gay culture. No, not for New York. It's like, no, San Francisco, I think. Don't give me the line. But he was, doing his thing and, a really good person. But he engaged in behavior that was absolutely ridiculous. Like he was showing himself and others, he was showing like the gay culture, like they would be walking through, the movie did, walking through alleys and just see somebody and be like, oh, you're fine, or you look like da 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 da, and they would just end up in a bathroom somewhere, and you're like, I don't operate that way. Like, if I see a cute guy, I'm smiling. Like, they don't give the natural thing that's going on. Like, they just go for it. So, I would say anybody with the overly high sex drive is more likely to engage in those type of behaviors, which are more risque to the woman if you dealing with somebody that's so-called trade or so-called DL or whatever they call it. And these so-called men that's overly thug, I'm that nigga. Okay, I don't like no man that's overly trying to prove himself. That is usually a sign for me that you have something to hide. And then women run around like, well, I want a man, he's masculine. He got to be masculine. He got to be that is not masculinity to me. The thug behavior. Masculinity to me is a guy that, takes care, he's a protector. He takes care of his home. He doesn't portray this thug mentality. He knows when he needs to deal with something. And he knows when to back away. Like, there is a balance with masculinity. That over masculinity is like, And let me tell you, these married men, they'll meet these guys online. What's them sites, Jacked and whatever site they got going on. And that's all they do. They're not looking for a relationship. They're just looking to hook up. And that's why a lot of times when we go to these sites, you be like, why you so doggone thirsty? Because they used to that. Go on Jacked. If that's the case, if you're just looking for a bang, 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 bang. But I need something from you. I need something out of you. Whatever it is, like, I need to feel something mentally. And I'm a girl who loves sex. I love sex. I'm not even going to sit up here and lie and say that I don't. But them thugs, them overly thug, overly, not masculine, overly, I'm trying to be this, I'm trying to be that, or they try to prove themselves too tough. It's like, and here's another thing, and I don't care about saying, I don't care if y'all get mad either. Look, I'm a single girl and have been for the last 5 years. And I keep a few dudes around me, my little, what I consider my safe dudes. That's not to say that they won't go out and do anything. But I usually don't go out to, I might be, hey, you know, talk to a guy or whatever, you know, I talk to other dudes, but I have my safe three. I know who these people are. I know who their families are. Like, I am in close connection, but we're friends. So I decided to have that benefit thing with them. And they don't have that so much. Like, gay men it's whatever. And they know it. And that's why a lot of gay men will back us when we say, look, I understand why you don't want it. This, I'm saying what they're not saying, because they are way too active. Gay men do not usually involve themselves in regular relationships. And that's how the black woman is easy to get it, because the DL man that wants to engage in that is basically like, oh, you know, super sex driven. This is a great, what's the word for it? I'm not even sure what the word for it is, but it's like a whole haven for them. It's like, yes, I don't have to be in a relationship. I don't have to think about it. I can just have sex. You know, I can have just, let me tell you something. I'm afraid. But that, I want to be freaky who I want to be freaky with. But that's not to say the thing doesn't come back around. But my biggest thing that I want to say to my gay men, stop indulging in random sex. Like, get you a couple, you know, a few dudes or whatever. Like, let's have this conversation. Get in a comment section. Talk to me. Let me know where I'm wrong. Let me know where I'm wrong. But I think this is the source of the problem. Way too many partners. Get you a couple dudes. You may not be able to find somebody because people aren't completely out, or you don't necessarily like a man because he is, well, I'm into straight, you know, straight men, what they call straight, you know, because you really can't call them straight. I'm like, they ain't straight men no more if they done screwed you. Which is fine, it's whatever. But gay people, we need to have this conversation, gay men. Because men are more likely, nah, I'm gonna mess around. I said weird. I swear I'm totally a woman. But gay men need to have that conversation where they try to limit their partners. I know y'all got PrEP or whatever, but limit your partners. Because I don't want y'all thinking that PrEP is some like gay way of to like, I can do whatever I want to do. And then y'all come up with a new strain of the disease and can't get rid of that. But that's my opinion. Oh, man. Here's another thing. Hold on. Oh, baby, show me what I gotta do. Show me. I did not know that Billy Porter sang that song. I was like, that is a jam. I got to put that into my rigmarole. But anyways, that's enough for my drunk rant. Like, comment, subscribe. Baby, tell me what I gotta do. I already told you, babe.